Hello everyone, welcome to Path to Decency episode 10. This episode is a little bit delayed by about 2 days or so, but nothing super eventful has happened, I guess, so I feel like this episode should have enough content to be, I guess, a plump episode. So let me just start a new run over here and then I will go over what happened in the past week. Okay, so, in the early part of the last week, I was just farming dragons, which is what I've been doing for a while to get those Necro runes, those violent Necro runes, because basically everything wants to be on violent runes, it seems. So, well, not everything, but a lot of monsters need violent runes as you progress into the late game. So, I had to farm a bunch of dragons, and it worked out especially well because in my past couple episodes, I was kind of struggling with dragons, but then I finally kind of nailed down my team. So I was doing quite a bit of dragons, and then I switched to giants for a day, but I didn't get anything good from that. Also, in my downtime, I was selling some runes because my rune inventory is quite full. I think I'm like 475 out of 100 or so. So, there were a couple recent videos posted to Reddit. They're like rune guides to tell you how to sell certain runes and stuff. So I took a look at some of those, but I didn't find them too particularly helpful. They kind of were, but I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Selling runes is one of the hardest things I've found, because it's really hard to part ways with a rune that could be decent, you know, because my Veramos' slot 4 rune is a 4-star rune. So, that's kind of hard, but I think I'm getting more of the hang of it, so that's always going to be a work in progress. Hall of Heroes was out. It was the Wind Neostone agent. Her name is Olivia. So since I pulled an Emma a really long time ago, I had to farm that super hard. So I ended up farming 7 total skill ups from that. I was doing B2, and the team I was using was, I believe it was Sig, Vero, Bella, Bernard, and McKean. Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, it was that team. And then I found out that Theomars was a bit faster, so I put Vero in the leader spot, and then took out Sig and put in Theomars, and my run times were about 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So that equated to 7 skill ups. I used 3 of them, or 2 of them, on Emma, and then 5 I'm just holding on to make her a 6-star. I accidentally summoned them because I was like, I'm just gonna throw them on her. And then after I summoned them, I was like, wait, that's a really bad idea. I need to hold on to these in case I want to 6-star her. It's gonna make things so much easier. And then the day after Hall of Heroes was over, or the same day, I'm not really sure, I tweeted about it. I summoned a Mystical and I got another Olivia. So that's another skill up for her, and then I had summoned another Olivia a really long time ago. Well, maybe not really long, but I had one, so I'm keeping one for sure. It's always a good rule of thumb to keep one of every Nat 4, that's what everyone suggests, just in case they get changed and they get buffed or something like that. After that, I have some summons at the end, so that'll be pretty fun. I'm going to summon my TOA Legendary Scroll for you guys. I ended up collecting 8 Mystical Scrolls this week, and I had planned on just summoning them as I go, because when you summon one at a time as you get it, you really don't expect anything. You just expect, okay, here comes the 3-star. But then when you save up, like in my last Path to Decency, I summoned 10 for you guys. I think it was 10. And then once you start summoning numbers like that, you expect, oh, I should get 1 lightning from these 10 scrolls. Then when you don't get a lightning, you feel pretty bad. So I had planned on just summoning them as I go, so I summoned 5, and then someone commented and they said, hey, we want to see you summon, or he did, or whatever. So I will do that for you guys, and I will tough it out. It's just a mentality thing. I just have to realize, okay, I'm probably not gonna get anything. Just don't expect anything, and then you'll be fine. When you get something, yay! I also have, I think, 60-something summons with my summoning stones, and I'm still saving those for Verd. And the odds are actually really bad to actually summon Verd from only 62 summons. So I'm kind of looking at the odds and thinking maybe I should go back to buying Ifrits to try to grab up a Tessarian and an Emir, because I see a lot of monsters that Tessarian would be good against, like Pernas, what else? Pretty much a lot of things. Pernas, Veros. There was one other, like, really big monster that Tessarian's good against. So I think that would help me greatly in PvP, but I still feel like I don't have a lot of runes for everything. Like, I'm at the point where I need to build a bunch of monsters. I need to build my Necro team, I need to build Mav, Spectra, Talc for TOA hard, and then, you know, when you add on monsters like Tessarian and other PvP monsters, it's just really overwhelming because you need so many Violent runes. So I'm dealing with that, and I'm going to have to assess what's going to progress me the most. TOA hard, I'm not really sure, but my goal right now is Necro. And my goal is Necro because I just want to keep pushing further into the game and not really sit around in one place too long. I don't want to be sitting in dragons too long. I want to push ahead, and that should open more opportunities for me with those runes. I also summoned my Light and Dark already, so I actually have 3 Mysticals to summon and 1 Legendary Scroll. So I summoned 5, then I got another 5, so in total it's 10, but then I already summoned 3 from the second 5, or 2 from the second 5, because I got those 2 from TOA, and I already recorded all my TOA videos. I haven't done the commentary yet for this month, but I recorded them all. I started TOA about 30 minutes to an hour after it reset, because I didn't realize it was resetting. So I was like, oh, TOA reset, let's do it. So I did it. It took me, I don't know, a couple hours maybe. I mainly just autoed most of it and sat here, and I think I was playing Roblox or something. So basically my whole point is we have 3 mystical summons, and I ended up getting 10 in total in the last week and 2 days, I guess. But some of those were from, TOA, so I guess those don't really count, I guess. In case anyone's wondering, and anyone still needs convincing to not buy premium packs. Premium packs suck, don't do it. So, like I said, I finished TOA, and I started working on TOA hard. I think I'm in the 20s, maybe. Of course, I'm going to push as high as I can go in TOA hard before the reset. I finally finished up Devilmoning my Veligul, so he is completely max skilled all across the board, because his first skill got maxed first, then his third, and then his second was left over. So I was like, let's just do a second, because I used him a lot last week, because I got Conq 1 finally. Conq 1 is the highest I've ever finished. I had to do 2 refills, and the video of that is on my channel, showing some of my battles. Basically, I cut out a lot of battles because the video would get too long, and I showed 3 battles with each of my 3 teams. I used 3 teams. I didn't use any other teams besides those 3. So, yay for me, I guess. So after I got Conq, I was like, hey, I'm actually using Veligul quite a bit. Let's just finish him out. And I put 1 Devilmon onto my Galleon, and of course, it went onto his second skill, which is just like 10% more damage. Like, I don't need that. I need like something useful, like the first one or the third one, because I think the first point in the first and third gives you something really good. Like, it's not just 10% more damage. I think it's like cooldown, or it's like harmful effect rate. So as for Devilmons I'm getting now, I'm not sure what I'm going to use them on. Galleon, of course, is an amazing choice because he's a great monster mid-game and late-game. So I could do Galleon. I think he's probably my best option, so I will still consider that before I get my next one next week. I upgraded my Sky Tribe totem to level 9 finally, yay! I kind of messed around and I bought like the defense building like up to level 3 or something, and then I went back in and finished the Sky Tribe totem. I think I'm going to end up buying it to level... Actually, I think I'm going to buy the crit damage building because I think it gives more crit damage. Like, I think it's going to be more because the Sky Tribe totem level 10 is only 1%. So I think if I go into the crit damage building, it'll be more useful in helping me win PvP instances like guild battles and stuff like that where it can get really close. So I think the smarter idea would be to go into those buildings that are going to give me more stats like the crit damage building. So I think I'm going to do that next. I still have to think about it. Pretty sure it's going to be crit damage, but I could possibly consider HP. Probably not attack because a lot of monsters that I use don't even use attack. I can't even really think of any monsters that I use that use attack, really. Like Theomars. Most monsters scale off attack, which is something that I learned. Even if their ability says, oh, it scales off speed, usually there's an attack multiplier in there. So I think it's going to be crit damage. And then also we have a burning time event going on. I'm kind of participating in that, but not hugely. I have a 3-day EXP boost going. I 6-starred my Colleen because I am preparing for Necro right now. One of my friends who started playing around the same time that I did, like, it was within a couple days, I think, or the same day, I don't remember. A bunch of my friends and I started playing around the same time. He can already do Necro, so he didn't get any, like, amazing pulls, really. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm just gonna, charge forward. Sorry, my dog. So I'm just going to charge forward and push it really hard and build my team, and then if things don't work out, I'm going to see what I can do. So my Necro team is going to be, who's the leader? Yen, Colleen, Bella, Saren, I guess, Seren, the Dark Harpu, who I'm using right now, and Adrian. So that's my Necro team. Colleen and Bella are the only 6 stars. Everyone else is 5 stars. And I'm going to, I don't know if I have runes for all of them, but my plan is to 5-star them and see how they do, see if they can do B9, see how that goes, and then determine when I should 6-star them, basically. Because I want them to have a really good rune foundation before I 6-star them, because I don't know if the team will actually work out. I had someone actually comment on one of my videos, which was super helpful to me. Thank you. Someone commented, and he said he listed out his team for Necro, and it was very similar to mine. So it helps getting feedback from other people, hearing, where their problems lie, because if you guys follow my videos, I built a Dragons team, and it didn't really work out. I had built, it was Beretta, Vero, Bella, Velajul, and Chilling. And I thought I could do that right away, but my rune quality wasn't very good. So I went back to the drawing board, basically, and I looked at Reddit, and everyone was saying you should start out with a team with a Reser, because it makes things easy and very safe. So I did that. So it helps, when you get feedback from other people to see where they're struggling and stuff. So he was basically saying that it would help to have everything 6-starred, like they kind of need to be, because that's how they survive. So I'm going to take that into account, and basically, like I said, make them all 5-star, rune them up, power up the runes, see how they do in B10, and then work on 6-starring them. Com2Us also announced that there is going to be a penguin secret dungeon. That's the best news I've gotten this week. I always said in my older videos, I can't really work on TOA hard because I don't have Mav skill ups, but now I can, so that's another option. And I've been wanting to skill up my Mav for a while. It's great to just get it out of the way. have him fully skilled up and ready to go whenever I get the runes and whenever I can 6-star him. So that is awesome. It actually starts tomorrow, I think, because today is the 17th. I think it starts on the 18th. So that's it for this Path to Decency. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you're enjoying this series, and catch you guys in the next video. I'm sorry, I ended my episode without doing my summons. I left you guys hanging there. Sorry, my paper is crinkling. Okay, so now we have the big summons to do. I just forgot about it because I never do summons, really, so here we go. Wish me luck, I guess. So, the plan here is going to be expect nothing, and then we might get something. Well, okay, if that's the plan, like, you know how sometimes when you complain, you're like, oh, there's no violent runes dropping, then you get a really good violent rune, but it's like, kind of like a double over or whatever. So, like, if I plan on getting nothing, thinking that I'll get something, I'm actually thinking I'm getting something, which means I'll get nothing. So, let's just do it. I guess we'll do the 3 mysticals first, and then the legendary. We'll save the best for last. So, here we go. Sig's right in the way. Uh-oh. Lightning. Oh my god, what the fuck?! Okay. My friend actually just got that monster, and he's like, he loves it. But I don't know if I love it. How?! What is this? What is this? Thank you. Interesting. So that's my second Nat 5. My first was Velajul. Okay. I think his name is Rakan. Let's go over his skills for those of you who don't know it. It always helps, you know, when you're getting little bits of information everywhere. Learning slowly is probably the best way to learn. Well, not slowly, but yeah, so Trample. Pins down the enemy and inflicts continuous damage. That's kind of a weird way of phrasing it, like, pin down, does that mean it's CC? I don't think it's CC. It must just be continuous damage. Squall. The faster your attack speed, the greater the damage becomes. Attack speed is increased for 2 turns if you get a critical hit. Okay, so that makes him sound like a damage dealer, but I think he's more of like a support, kind of. Attacks all enemies and weakens their attack power for 2 turns, so that's what Sig does. May stun the enemy for 1 turn with a 50% chance, and it looks like that doesn't get skilled up at all. It's always just 6 turns. That doesn't sound too good, to be honest. Okay, we have HP for Wind Attribute, 6 turns, and only a 50% chance, so that makes it seem like he's not supposed to rely on that ability at all. So we have a 2-turn Squall. Oh wait, actually it's 5 turns, sorry. So 2 turns for Squall, and then we have continuous damage. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it, because I don't know how that monster's supposed to be used. At all. I've seen him used on some defenses, but he never does well, so I guess I'll look into it. Okay, here we go. Second summon, and now my legendary is just going to be nothing. Okay, so we got 2 3-stars, and neither were particularly good, I guess. At least they weren't penguins. You know, I could just be pulling 10 penguins right now, well, 2 penguins, and, you know, right after they announce the secret dungeon. Okay, Legendary Scroll, I'm really nervous for this. Let's go for it. I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. Oh, Pirate Captain? Okay, I don't think this one's used at all. Let's see. Okay, so defense break. We have a stun. Wow. This one sounds good. It orders the ship to fire a bombardment of 3 rounds to attack random targets, with a 75% chance to stun, and then it goes all the way up to 100. That's a pretty good skill. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. This monster could actually synergize really well with some other monsters. The detonation shot. Fires a carefully aimed shot that deals great damage. This attack sets off the bomb effects on the target. He could actually synergize really, really well with some other monsters. The attack power of ally monsters is increased by 33% in guild battles. This one actually sounds pretty dang good. I don't see a lot of people using him, but maybe that's just because he's kind of rare to get, and it seems like you have to pair him up with some other good monsters. Like, you you can throw in some random bombers here or there, and I don't think people really put bombers on defense unless it's Sierra. I've seen a lot of Sierras on defense, but I haven't seen any other bombers really. So, yeah, maybe he's just used on offense and I don't really see it because I don't watch too many other videos, and maybe people just don't have him. Awesome. He sounds pretty good. Let's see. So that goes to 3 turns. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so he sounds like a good pull to me, but I don't think I can use him now because I have no bombers. And it seems like he needs to be set up in a very specific team. So I hope you guys enjoyed the summons. They were pretty entertaining, I think, because I pulled that Nat 5. Interesting. I guess it could be worse because I heard people don't even build the fire one, but I think that people do build this one. So that's it. Sorry, I forgot. Maybe I gave you guys a little heart attack. Where are the summons? So that's it for this episode. Catch you guys in the next one.